Hello everyone, I'm here today with a new process video. I am doing 6x8 pocket pages, and as you can see, these photos are from Prague. I have a full 6x8 page on this side that I'm going to do, and then on this side I have two 3x4s and a 4x6. I've already picked out everything that I want to use in terms of cards. I only have the one, and then I have this picked out for the left side. I bought this not right after I came back, but I think within 3 months. And I got this from Petticoat Parlor, in case anybody is interested in finding something like this. That's where I bought it online. And I already know this is too big. So I've looked at it. I will have to cut off almost to the P and almost to the E. I intend to save these little pieces on the ends in hopes that maybe I can use them on another layout. But really, I want to see this in the background because they've got the Charles Bridge and some famous things here. And then I just want to see that it says Prague. So I haven't decided though if I'm going to put it down here at the top, in the middle, or what, or anything else on that page. That's a lot of room to fill. Sorry about that. That's my cat, one of my cats over there talking to me. So that's what I'm starting with today, and we'll just see how we go. All right, so I cut off the pieces of the title, and it still looks awesome. I love it. And I'm tempted to leave it right in the middle like that. I didn't glue it down yet because I'm not sure. And then these are the two little ends that I have left. And I have a feeling I could work those in somewhere. Sorry, I was off camera a little bit. I'm hoping to work those in somewhere, so I'm going to hang on to them. And one other thing I wanted to note was this photo. It's probably a little hard to see here. Hopefully you can tell. Look how shiny the surface of the photo is right there. That's not simply because it's glossy. It actually has a metallic finish on it. And I did that on purpose because of the colors that were in here, and I really wanted the design up here to pop when I'm looking at it in the book. So when I want that metallic finish on it, I use a company called Nations Photo Lab. They're online. If you've never used them, they're fantastic. Now, you will pay a little bit more for that, but the quality of what you get is completely worth it, in my opinion. So if you've been looking for something a little special, maybe a little extra shimmer on some specific photos, I'm telling you, that's the way to go. So one of the things I want to do on the left side is to bring in some of the yellow that I see here in this photo, because otherwise there really isn't any yellow except a little bit right here, and I want to make sure that they match. So I've pulled out 4 different rolls of washi here. There we go. And I think I could get away with any of them in terms of color, but I just want to try them to see, because there's already a busy pattern over here in the paper, and I don't want it to get too crazy. So I'm just going to kind of line these up, see what they look like. Oh, right away I don't like that stripe. Nope. You know what? I really don't like that polka dot either. All right, well, it's one of these. Let's see what's closest to the photo. Pretty close. That is definitely more mustard, darker. So I think maybe it's going to be this one. So my intent is to just put a strip across right below where the word Prague will be and leave it at that. So I will try it and I'll see what I think of it. So I put the washi down right where I want it to be under the Prague, because again, I want it to be somewhat close to this so those colors will match. And just looking at it here, I like it because they're going to sit like this. So these will be close to each other. And actually, you know what? Now that I look at that, I might want to reposition this so that they aren't exactly next to each other. I could actually move this up, and that would leave me a little bit to journal if I want, or just put some kind of an embellishment, and then I'd still have this journaling. Yeah, I think I'm going to move this up a little bit. I moved up the washi, and I really like it that way better than the way I had it. It's just a nice little kind of border. This is slightly higher than this, and it draws the eye, I think. So I am going to adhere this right now. Get that on there. I'm not going to worry too much about the intricate little pieces on top. If I can get adhesive on them, I will, but if not, not a big deal. Once it's in the page protector, those will be held down, so I'm not too concerned about those sticking or that they're going to go anywhere. All right. So let's attach this right above the washi. Tuck that in there. There we go. All right. Yes, I definitely like it. I've decided I'm going to do a little bit of misting on the bottom portion of that here because I have this photo and it looks almost as if it's bronze a little bit and been weathered, that color, and I do have bronze here. So this is the Heidi Swapp Color Shine in bronze, or bronzer, sorry, bronzer. So I'm going to shake that up and then I will use a little bit of it here. After I did the page that says Prague, here it is, it's still drying, so I just did it some very subtle drops there, they're still drying. I decided I wanted to do the journaling card as well with a little bit more on it because it was very, very white, and this softens that up a little bit, adds a little bit of visual interest, but I still have plenty of room where I can write around the misting splatters, and I'm happy with that. So as soon as that's dry, I can move on to the next thing. All right, so I think these are dry, so I can move on to the next phase here. And I pulled out my blue travel phrases to see if I could find something that would match with the navy there. And I found something. It's not quite navy, but I think it's close enough with these different shades of blue that are in here, just subtly in the background. And with this, so I think I'm going to use it, and I want to place it right here under the insignia that says Praha. For this side, I've decided I'm going to bring in some red because I've already worked in the blue, I've got the yellow, but I don't have any of this red anywhere else. I found this in my travel phrases, and so I want to use that because we were coming in through the train station. And then I also want to do some stamping, and I'm going to use this set, and I have a stamp here that says arrival and departure. So my plan is to stamp it, and then I will circle the part that says arrival. I've adhered that, and I did the stamping for this one, and now I just have to circle what I want, and then I'm going to attach it right here above where it says destination. And actually, you know what, I can put that on there first and then do the circling. So I'm going to put that right up next to it, and then I think I want a mini staple in there. There we go, and then I will do the circling. I have both of those attached now, and I circled where it says arrival. I still don't know what to do with this. I love the background so much. I don't really want to cover up everything, but I feel like I need something like underneath here just so that that lower half doesn't look so blank. So I'm going to have to go into my stash of ephemera and just different embellishments and see what I can do so that this doesn't look so empty. So I only found one thing that I think will really work here, and it's this die cut that I have here. I actually think this is from a digital file, and I just printed it, but I'm thinking I might place it right here because it won't cover up too much of the splattering I did. It'll bring in some of that red, and then it hangs over just into the bottom half. And that's probably all I'll do there. I was thinking something bigger, but maybe it doesn't need that. Maybe it's just enough to kind of have an announcement page that, okay, yep, we're in Prague now. The only other thing I might do is I'm considering brads or rhinestones on either edge here. Again, just to liven it up a little bit, but I'm not sure about that. So I'm going to do this part first, and then I'll decide. I've decided that I am going to do brads. I have a ton of them. They're just sitting in my stash. I might as well use them. And at first, I thought maybe I would do white to kind of bring that in. But when I held them up against it, it looked too white. It was too much. So now I think I'm going to go with these. They're kind of a nice bronze brown sort of color. And I think it'll help bring in this in the background here, as well as the brown tones in this photo. So I'm going to put those in there, and whoops, hopefully that's all I need to do for this one. All right, I put in the brads, and I really like the way they look there. So I've already put it in the page protector. This is done. Ooh, I see my E went a little wonky. There we go. And this one was already put together, so here's a close-up view here. just my pocket card, the small photo, the larger photo, and then the left-hand side. And this one is done. So one of my first layouts for Prague is finished. Thanks for watching, everyone.